This Gimp tutorial, we're going to talk about layer masks. Now, if you're editing photos or anything like that, you're going to get into layers and then eventually you're going to get into masks. Best way to tell you what a mask is just to show you. So let's do our same old routine. Pick up a layer, duplicate it, go to the original, hide it, lock it, and then deal with only this one over here, the copy. What we're going to do, we're going to make another copy, of course, throw it on top. Now, what we're going to do is go into our colors, hue and saturation, and what we're going to do is put the saturation down to -100, the absolute minimum you can. And as you can see, we've kind of turned our photo into black and white. I actually quite like the black and white version of this, but we're going to do something special. We're going to go to our black and white layer, which is our topmost layer, right click on it and choose add layer mask. Let me pull that in for you to see. And what we're going to do is just choose the top one, which is white and full opacity. Now let me explain what this is going to do. It takes our topmost layer and it kind of turns it into, if you will, tracing paper, or paper that you can see through. At the moment we can't see through it because it's white and it doesn't make much sense. But if I was to take a paintbrush and choose the black color, now anywhere I paint on this top layer in black, it will actually become see-through. As I said, the best way to show you is to actually do it. Let me just zoom in a little bit because I can't quite do this accurately. So what I want to do is take this crocodile toy here and kind of erase the black and white version of it so that the color version underneath kind of shows through. Let's go and get our paintbrush. I can make the size a little bit bigger. Let's make that about 40. Yep. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to start painting. Now you might notice that my painting is quite accurate. It's because I'm actually using a Wacom tablet. That's what you use if you're kind of serious about Photoshop and 3D animation. So the mouse is really inaccurate. It will take you quite a bit longer to do this with a mouse. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over roughly where the crocodile toy is. Try not to hit too much outside it, and you'll see when I zoom back out the effect is quite good. Now this effect has been used a little bit too much. If you got married in the 1990s, I guarantee you there's a photograph in your photo album with you in color and everything else in black and white. So this technique really has been done a little bit too much. Doesn't mean you shouldn't learn how to do it, and it doesn't mean that you shouldn't use it in your own websites or your own photography, but my warning to you is don't do this on every single photo. Otherwise people will kind of think you're a bit of a fool. So let me just, not going to be too accurate here. I should have taken a little bit longer to do this, but anyway, let's have a look. Once I've finished, I think I've got most of it. Yep. Now let's zoom out and you can see the effect that has is quite good. So we have a color element on top of a black and white element. Now it might be interesting for you to see what I actually did there. And if I hide the bottom layer, you can actually see that I erased, let me just erase that, I actually erased out of the black and white version the shape of the crocodile, and through that hole you can see the layer underneath. That's just a very quick introduction to layer masks. Now, as I said at the start, it's a very powerful technique, whether you're using Photoshop or Gimp or any other kind of art program. And if you're interested in really making your photographs stand out, I suggest you go to Google and hit some tutorials about masks and layer masks. You can create some amazing effects just by using layers and masks.